Welcome back to another episode of On a Mission. I'm your host, Dr. Wendy Norfleet with Norfleet Integrated Solutions, and it's my pleasure to have with me today Greg Linder with Remarkable 6 Studios. Welcome, Greg.
Thank you for having me.
So, Greg, start off by telling me a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Greg, and I've been a creative working with the camera, producing photo and video content for over 10 years now, and that's really where my passion lies. I'm a creative, I'm an artist on a lot of different canvases, and I've had the unique opportunity to integrate marketing along my journey, which allowed me to create Remarkable 6 Studios, which takes content and marketing and put those things together for small businesses.
Okay. And so as part of Remarkable 6, you have 3 pillars, and I know photo and video content is one, marketing is another, but you haven't mentioned a third one.
Branding,
Okay.
which is very, very important. I think as small businesses, sometimes we think that branding starts and stops with your color scheme and your logo, and sometimes we leave out that other side where, if a customer emails you, how long does it take for you to get back to them? Or if they respond to one of your pieces on Facebook, how long does it take you to engage? Because that branding experience is just as important.
And I think branding also includes you should be living your mission.
Exactly.
And so a lot of times I see people that have a great mission, they have the great logo, they have the colors, but then when I see their messaging, it's not living their mission.
Exactly.
Or I see who they associate with, for lack of a better word, and it's not their mission.
Because that's the important piece, because honestly, when it comes down to the consumer end, consumers, they really don't care about our businesses, so to speak. They care about their lives. And it's our job as businesses to communicate how we influence, how we impact their lives. And that branding element is something that really needs to be strong with your business.
So do you do, like, say for example, if a client comes to you and they have, excuse me, they have a great mission, okay, and may or may not have the logo and the color scheme yet, but they have a great mission and they want to make sure that their messaging is all about making sure they don't negate anything for their mission, because that's a big thing too. Sometimes,
Definitely.
People can say something that's really contrary to their. Do you help them get that content together?
That's exactly what we do, because that's the part. Content is how we communicate. The content, and being that we're in a digital atmosphere, there's so many different outlets on how you can communicate your messaging. You have businesses that start up podcasts and web series and traditional blogs, but it's so many different outlets. And content is really how you communicate to your audience on where you stand as a brand and what your mission is.
Okay. And so walk me through a day, like if a client comes to you and say, I'm interested in your services.
First, I sit down. I want to see what do you have, what we're working with. What are we working with? A lot of times, I automatically spot the opportunities that we can strengthen. Whether it's clicking on their link from social media, going to their website, and I gotta find where do I spend my money, or how can I communicate? How can I email you? Just creating a flow so that the customer can easily spend money with you and easily understand what it is that you do. That's where I really start. And I start with their social media, their website. Are they communicating through email or text message? I want to get a whole understanding of how is your business set up? How is your digital communication strategy set up?
Okay. And so are these sessions complimentary or?
Yeah, we do have our initial session is a 20-minute branding consultation where I'm just giving game. I'm like, listen, this is what you have set up. This is the opportunities that we can improve on. Sometimes revealing things that they wasn't even aware of. It's almost like when you go car shopping, you find new cars and new features that you didn't even know exist.
But you want them.
Exactly.
Right, okay.
And I live in that world where it's my job to show you those resources that you'll be able to take advantage of with your business.
Okay. And so and you're here in Jacksonville, so how do you now give back? So you're a business person, we all need to be giving back.
Yeah, I do. And I have a really, really interesting program. It's called the Young Creatives Academy. What we do each summer is we bring teen boys in between the ages of 13 and 17, and we teach them creative skills. I have a business partner I work with. He does digital design and clothing brands, and I do the marketing and photography, videography. I teach them my part. He teach them their part creatively, but we also teach them, okay, how do you take your creative skill and actually turn it into a business? Let's talk about the entrepreneurship side. And the young men that we had go through this program, to this day, I have a bunch of football games I need to go to this year because it's football season. They're playing football, but it's a way to just give the young men other outlets that they have available to them and expose them to it.
I think that's great because sometimes me and a few other ladies, we had a girls in IT group in Andrew Jackson for quite a while. And it's just amazing how much you can pour into these young people and when they see themselves in you.
Yeah, that's definitely what it is. I know even me growing up, it seemed like we weren't exposed to a lot of the different things that were available to us. And that's the whole purpose behind that program, to just expose them to some things. It may be something that they find interesting for that moment and they move on, but at least we got a chance to expose them to it so that they can make decisions on what's available for them.
Okay. And so how would you, what would you say is like a sign of your success?
Oh, man, I think that's a really good one because I was actually leaving church one day and I seen a lady that knew me, and she said, "You're just so successful," and it hit me different because I had to take a moment to sometimes stop and smell the roses, like
right, because you don't think it because you're always moving forward to that next goal.
Always moving forward to the next scope. Honestly, I think even opportunities like this help me because these are things I prayed about years ago. These are things that been on my plate years ago that are coming into fruition. So to let me know that certain levels, and I have a long ways to go. This isn't the tip of the iceberg yet. I have a long ways to go. But I feel in these moments, in these days where I'm able to impact businesses and my clients are able to come back to me like, my revenue has increased 10x this year, or this, that lets me know that I've reached a point, I've added enough skills to my tool set that I'm able to impact businesses and change lives.
All right. Greg, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. If you're looking for that creative content, check out Remarkable 6 Studios, and we'll see you next time on Buzz TV.